Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Pick'em MMA. We're gonna be doing a full card breakdown for UFC 301. It's just next week. We only got like less than 2 weeks to go now. Obviously not the best, not the most stacked pay-per-view after pay-per-view like UFC 300, which is one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in my life. I've been watching UFC for over 10 years now, so just go to show how good that UFC 300 card was. We went 10-3 for our picks overall. We went 2-1 on underdog picks on the card. We missed with the Moicano. Obviously, I had Turner in the parlay, so Turner just really fumbled the finish there. He could have got the knockout if he really wanted, but he wanted the walk-off KO, the 300k bonus, so he was trying to get that walk-off KO for 300k and fumbled the finish there. But good on Money Moicano getting the job done, bro. He really just broke him down with the grappling. I think we're gonna have to be careful with Turner and going ahead. Anyone that can withstand his early power, I think they can grind him out later, and we've seen that a couple of times now. Turner's kind of like a fish out of water off his back, so I'm gonna be fading Turner every chance that I get now. I'm gonna be, or either I'm gonna stay away from his fights, even when I think he's gonna win. I'm definitely not gonna be parlaying or putting money on Turner, because this guy just, you can't trust this guy to go out there fight a smart game plan. But good money, Mike Honda getting the job done. The first underdog that came through for us was Jerry Prohajka. I mean, he was getting beat up early. He was able to go out there in the second round and just break down Rockets with the forward pressure and the power. I mean, this dude Jerry Prohajka is an absolute samurai, man. He's an absolute samurai, and he I mean, Rockets found out that Jerry Prohajka is a real samurai. That's all we really need to say in that one. That was one of the best fights I've seen at light heavyweight in a long time. And next underdog that cast for us was Max Holloway. I told you guys Max Holloway is just a better fighter, man. After watching tape, I just seen it so clearly, and I was like, maybe Max Holloway can find a finish later too, and he was able to go out there and get one of the craziest finishes we've seen in a long time. With 1 second to go, he got the KO, slapped Justin Gaethje out cold, man. I'm a big Justin Gaethje fan, so it kind of sucks seeing Justin Gaethje get slumped out cold like that. Now, thank God Justin Gaethje is gonna go out there, take at least 6 months off after getting absolutely obliterated out there. It's good to see that Gaethje is going to be out for at least 6 months now, and then he's going to come back, and he said he's not going to be training for at least 6 months. So I'm happy to hear that, man. I don't want to see him make a quick turnaround like Volkanovski was doing. So it's good to see that Gaethje's taking his career serious, and he's not going to risk going out there and getting knocked out again after getting his lights shut out by Max Holloway. But Max Holloway looked great out there, man. So we were like 1-3 to start the card. Early prelims were like negative 1-3 on picks, and then we missed with Miller, we missed with Rodriguez, we missed with Turner. Everything else, then we went on a 9-0 run. We swept the main card, so I'm pretty happy with the picks last week. And we hit the lock of the week, which is why you guys see my haircut right here, Diego Lopez haircut. I told my barber to give me that Diego Lopez special haircut, and he did his best. So I'll give him credit. We gotta give him some credit. He tried his best, so I hope you guys like the new haircut. I told you guys I'll get the Diego Lopez haircut if he goes out there, gets a win over Sadiq Yusuf, and he was our lock of the week. And we didn't have UFC on last week. We cast the lock of the week in PFO. I gave you guys a couple of parlays to play for PFO, and we're live during the PFO card also. So that was a money maker for us for PFO. We win like 10-2 on picks for PFO. Cast some underdog picks there too. Cast the parlays, cast the lock the week, Braga money line. So things have been going well for us on the channel, man. So before I ramble on too much, make sure you guys do me a favor, hit the like down below, and leave a comment down below with your most confident picks on the card, and I'll give you'll get a shout out from me if you guys drop your parlays, plus money parlays, in the comments down below. Let me know who you guys are most confident in on this card. And this is a decent card, man. Like this is like kind of like a fight night card. There's some good fights on this card, I'll be honest, but I'm always gonna buy the pay-per-view. Like I watch every UFC card out there, so I'm a big hardcore UFC fan. So obviously we're gonna be watching this pay-per-view. I'll be live during this pay-per-view also, so I'm gonna be watching this anyways. But I don't think the casuals are gonna be going out there going out of their way to buy this pay-per-view. I don't think they're gonna be like crazy hyped to watch Steve Erceg taking on Pantoja. Now Erceg's pretty good. I mean, but can we say that here in this title shot? I don't think he did. Obviously, he's 3-0 in the UFC right now. Got his first finish over Matt Snow. We called the KO. I mean, we knew that KO was coming. Snow has no chin out there, but good on Erceg getting that title shot, and he's trying to make the best of this opportunity here. And in the co-main event, we got Jonathan and Martinez taking on Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo coming back. This is the last fight on his UFC contract, so we're gonna see where Jose Aldo goes from here. Either way, I mean, there's gonna be some fun fights. We also got Vitor Petrino taking on Anthony Smith, the best pound for pound fighter on paper, which can be who can beat anywhere, who can beat anyone any given day on paper. Anthony Lionheart Smith. And we also got Kaya Brahalio taking on Paul Craig. I don't know why that fight's on the main card. I get it. They're ranked. I mean, Kaya Brahalio is ranked right now, so they're trying to get him a highlight reel win here, to get him up the rankings. But come on, this fight should be like on the prelims. I don't think it should be on the main card. And I mean, overall, not a bad card overall. Like the main card, honestly, is not like it's not jumping up at me. Like the main card is not that stacked. Paul Craig, Brahalio, like Brahalio's not really a finisher. Anthony Smith taking on Vitor Petrino. Now Vitor Petrino couldn't go out there get a finish over Tyson Pedro. That was Tyson Pedro retirement fight. That was kind of disappointing to see from Vitor Petrino, but he still went out there, got the job done over Pedro. At least we have a fun fight to start the pay-per-view, which is Michel Pereira taking on Iho Peteria. Now Iho Peteria made his middleweight debut against that Polish guy, Brzezinski, I think it was the name was. So he looked pretty good out there in his debut. So I'm excited to see how he looks out there. I think he was supposed to be fighting Shara Bullet in a couple of months from now, but I guess because Michel Pereira lost his opponent. Michel Pereira's opponent was supposed to be Mahmoud Muradov here, so Muradov pulled out. So now in steps in Iho Peteria. So we're gonna see how Peteria looks in this matchup, but I think this is a pretty easier match. This is gonna be easier matchup than that Muradov fight, in my opinion, for Michel Pereira. We also got Joaquim Silva taking on Drakkar Klose. This should be a fun matchup, man. There's some good matchups on the card. I'm actually kind of excited for this card. We got Alessandro Costa taking on Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas has had one of the best fights I've seen at flyweight with Joshua Van, and that was an absolute banger, man. And we also got Joanderson Brito taking on Jack Shore. This should be on the main card. I really think Joanderson Brito versus Jack Shore should be on the main card of this pay-per-view, because I think this is going to be an absolute banger. Brito's always in fun fights. He's out there getting a finish each and every time. I don't think he's even seen the scorecards in the UFC yet. Now he's been finished. He's been going out there finishing every opponent out there, and this guy's an absolute pitbull, man. Joanderson Brito is a problem at 145, 100%. We also got Myktybek Orolbai taking on Elves Brener. This would be a very fun fight there. We got Gene Silva taking on William Gomis. I mean, French kickboxer William Gomis has grappling too, but we're gonna see how he looks in this matchup, because Gene Silva has some crazy power for 145. Kowalkiewicz taking on Iasmin Lucindo. I think this is going to be pretty much, they're trying to give her Lucindo a layup here, even though Kowalkiewicz is on a win streak right now. But come on, man, it should be I wanted to see and this is a ranked opponent, Kowalkiewicz. I didn't know she was ranked. That's crazy, but I guess he's kind of ranked now because he's on that win streak in the UFC right now. So we got Jamie Mullarkey, no chinny chin Jamie Mullarkey taking on Mauricio Ruffy. This would be a fun matchup here. We got Ismael Bonfim taking on Pichel from hell. This should be a fun matchup also. I mean, there's not a horrible card overall. There's some fun fights on this card, so let's get into it now, guys. So first fight on the card is gonna be Ismael Bonfim taking on Vinc Pichel. Now Ismael Bonfim is coming in at -400, which is always scary, and I was like thinking about picking Vinc Pichel, but running some tape, man, this guy's tough to, I'll say that much. But he's gonna need to get the grappling going, and is he gonna go out there get a submission win over Bonfim? I don't think he's gonna be able to control him enough here. I gotta go Bonfim. I think Bonfim on the scorecards. Now, can Bonfim go out there and get a finish over Pichel? If he lands a clean shot, maybe. But Pichel is pretty tough, man. Even though he's 41 years old, this dude is pretty tough. He's fought some decent competition. I think he's fought the way better competition than Bonfim. Bonfim has fought some decent opponents in early in his career. He fought obviously fought last time. He fought Benoit Saint-Denis in the God of War. Things didn't really go his way there. He's just got no submission defense, which is always scary with Bonfim. But I think he's the much better striker, man. He's got more power. Obviously, he's almost like over 10 years younger, 13 years younger here. If he loses this matchup, man, just cut him. Just cut the Bonfim. I think if he loses this matchup, like this is gonna be his hype's gonna be completely dead. His brother, I mean, they've been taking some L this year. His brother took an L. Bonfim took an L. So obviously losing to Benoit Santoni, obviously no shame there. But his grappling is a big hole in his game, and Pichel can definitely grapple. But 41 years old, fighting at 155, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think Pichel is going to be able to do it. Maybe you can grind him out with the grappling over and over, survive an early storm from Bonfim. But I think Bonfim's going to fight smart here. I think the UFC trying to set him up here for a win. Pichel is still a tough dude, man. He's like 7-2 in the UFC overall. Like, it's pretty 7-3 overall in the UFC. He got some good wins over Jim Miller. I mean, Ruzo Roberts, Joaquim Silva. So he's been beating some tough guys out there. But I think this is Bonfim's fight to lose. Bonfim by decision. I'm gonna say decision. I mean, a lot of people are picking by knockout. Maybe he can go out there get the knockout. I mean, he should be going out there getting the knockout. I'm gonna say he goes out there and gets probably 30-27 decision. I think he's gonna be landing more damage. I think Pichel's gonna hang in there. Pichel's not a quitter, man. He's pretty tough. I'm going to say Bonfim goes out there, gets it done. Now, if you look at the betting line of this, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to be betting on this one. Bonfim coming in. I still got PTSD from his brother and him also. I had them both. I had both of them in parlays. So I still got PTSD. I don't know if I'll get there myself, but I think this would be a spot for Brito to get. For Bonfim to get back in the win column. Now, can we find some odds here? Let me see if I can find some odds here. There we go. So we got Bonfim coming in at minus 450, open at minus 400. I think Bonfim gets it done by decision. I think it goes over 1.5. I think it goes a little bit later, man. I mean, obviously Bonfim is gonna be live for a KO. I think Pichel is gonna mix some takedowns, but I don't think Michel is gonna be able to finish him. I don't think he's gonna rack up enough control time to get a win by decision either. So it's gonna be Bonfim maybe by a late third round submission. Maybe not. I mean maybe third round TKO or second round TKO. I'm gonna say Bonfim by decision. I think Pichel is pretty tough, man. He's a tough dude. Up next we got Mauricio Ruffy taking on Jamie Mullarkey. Now Jamie Mullarkey's chin has always been super suspect. And I really think that he lost the fight to Magdesi. Even though he was landing like significant strikes, were pretty dead even in that spot there. But Magdesi was landing with more power, with more oomph. Like every shot that he was landing was kind of rocking Mullarkey, and he almost dropped him. I don't know. I don't think the stats counted it as a knockdown, but I think there was like a knockdown. Maybe it was off slip. Maybe he was slipped a little bit, or maybe something like that. But I think there was a knockdown there, man. So Mullarkey's chin is pretty suspect. Just his chin, man. He's very well rounded. He can grapple. He's got good cardio. He can strike. Just his chin, man. His chin is super suspect. He's been knocked out like 5 times in the UFC now. He's actually been knocked out 3 times, and he's been knocked out 5 times overall. But all these guys that are knocking him out are pretty solid. It just if he had a better chin, man, I would pick him here 100%. I would pick him here if he had a better chin. Just durability is very questionable, man. Mauricio Ruffy, I wasn't that impressed by Mauricio Ruffy. No, I did not pick him on the contender series. I picked that Raymond Magomed Daliev, who was putting a pace on him, wasn't really grappling with him, was trying to outstrike him. Then he was trying to throw like flying knees in the clinch and shit like that. So he gassed out, and in the last like 2 minutes, Ruffy really put it on him with some ground and pound. Ruffy's like, I don't know if he's got like crazy power on the feet. His striking isn't like clean. Striking really isn't clean. He lost to Manuel Souza, who's in pretty. I think we're gonna see this guy in the UFC eventually. He's only 26 years old. No shame losing to Manuel Souza, honestly, but yeah, man. Didn't Manuel Souza fight in PFL? Yeah, he fought in PFL in like this year. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go Ruffy by like a KO, but I don't really feel good about it. He should not be the favorite coming into this fight, because Mullarkey, he's been fighting some tough guys out there, man. Fought guys like Volkanovski back in the day. Obviously Volkanovski was able to knock him out. Fought guys like Badr Dolph, Dalen Turner, Francisco Prado, who's pretty good, man. Francisco Prado's like way too young still, already in the UFC. Muhammad Naimov was able to knock him out. I mean, he was dominating that fight up until he got knocked out. So I think he's gonna be winning this fight until he gets like kind of lazy with his defense. and I think Ruffy's gonna be eventually he's gonna be able to catch him by with something. I'm gonna say Ruffy by like a second, third round KO. I'm gonna say like a third round KO from. I'm gonna say second on. I'm gonna say second on KO from Ruffy, man. But I'm not that high on Ruffy. I don't think he's as good. He's 30 years old, man. So still some time to make some improvements. He's fighting at Fighting Nerds, so I don't think his striking is as clean on the feed. But I think it's only gonna need to land with like one power shot to knock out Mullarkey. So I think Ruffy's gonna be live for a KO here, but I don't know if I'll get there because Mullarkey's pretty tough, man. He can grapple, he can wrestle, he's got good cardio. Just a chain, the durability is the only question that I have here. Now, if we're looking at the odds for this one, I would not tell you guys to go bet this because if Ruffy was underdog, I would bet him. Even he was underdog early, like a couple weeks ago back. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, man. Mullarkey's got a good game, all around good game, and he's been fighting clearly the better competition. I think the guy that on Contender Series was kind of overrated. He kind of just broke down mentally when he couldn't, when he kind of got tired in the last 2 minutes of that fight. Even though if that went to distance, I think he was gonna win by decision, but Ruffy was able to get him out of there with some ground and pound. So Ruffy showed that he's got good cardio, man. He can go later and even find a finisher later. Also, he's gonna be dangerous throughout this whole fight. So I'm gonna say Ruffy gets it done, man. Ruffy minus 170. That's crazy. He should not be minus 170 here. I don't like the money line here. No way I'm gonna go bet him a minus 170 because Mullarkey can definitely win this fight, and he definitely can win this fight. I'm gonna say Ruffy just because of durability is very questionable from Mullarkey, but this is not a guy like Herc Pro is actually proven in the UFC, and Naima was actually pretty good, looking pretty good in the UFC. So we're gonna find out how legit Ruffy really is. But he trains with the Berhalio, so you know he's getting some good sparring over there at Fighting Nerds. And there's a lot of Fighting Nerds fighters fighting on this card. We got we also got Gene Silva fighting on this card. We got what's it called? Yeah, we got obviously we got Kaya Berhalio fighting on this card. So there's a couple of fighters from Fighting Nerds fighting on this card. Alright, so I'm gonna go Ruffy by KO second on. Up next we got Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Iasmin Lucindo. I think this is an easy pick, man. I think Lucindo is just a way better striker. So he's going to be way more physically stronger in the clinch, and so he's going to have better takedowns here, man. I'm pretty confident in Lucindo here. I think this is Lucindo all day, man. This is like, the line is crazy, which is why I probably won't be parlaying here. Maybe I'll parlay here. I'll think about parlaying here. I'm going to wait for the line to maybe like go down a bit, because I think there's going to be some money coming up Karolina. She's been looking pretty good out there, man. She's been going out there. Hasn't really been beating the best competition out there. Lucindo, like she actually knocked down Polyamina in that first round and got the submission. So Brogdon Walker, there's a lot of people out there picking Brogdon Walker in that spot too, and she was able to grapple Brogdon Walker and able to outstrike her easy. Like that was, I mean, Lucindo almost 22 years old, which is like really young, but she's a real prospect at strawweight. I mean, so. She lost to Haragui, which is one of the best fights we've seen between those two girls, and they were both striking with each other. And that was an absolute war between these two girls. So I'm gonna say Lucindo, man. Lucindo by like a submission. I'm gonna say Lucindo by submission. I think Lucindo can get a submission here. Now Kowalkiewicz at 30 years old, she's been looking pretty good out there. She's on a 4-5 win streak, so I think Lucindo is gonna get a submission. I think she's gonna rock her and then look for a submission eventually. So I'm gonna go Lucindo by submission. Now the money line is just not. I don't know if it's worth playing it. Maybe sprinkle like submission or like I don't think it's gonna be a KO. I think it's gonna be like a submission or something. I think she's gonna be way more physically stronger in the grappling. Minus 330 for Lucindo. I like Lucindo here, man. I think Lucindo is not a bad parlay piece, even at minus 330. Line is definitely high, but I like Lucindo. I think Lucindo gets a stun more than likely. Alright guys, up next we got Gene Silva taking on William Gomis. Now this is a tough one, man. This is definitely a tough one. William Gomis is a pretty good man, but what I will say about William Gomis is, I mean, that Yanis Gomori. I'm not really sold on Yanis Gomori. I don't think he's good. I don't really know why this guy even got signed to UFC. He's been fighting in like Brave CF, I guess. He fought some guys in Brave CF. I don't think he's been fighting the best competition out there. Been barely beating these guys. I mean, to beat this guy who's like 11-6, I don't know. I don't think this guy, but Yanis Gomori is good. Obviously, like that was like a weird stoppage. He kicked him in the. I mean, Gamori was saying that he got kicked in the cup or something like that. So that was weird stoppage there, man. But it was the referee didn't really see the kick to the cup, so he's like it's gonna be a TKO to the body by body kick. And he dominated the first round. Well, I wouldn't really say dominated, but he won the first round in that martial fight, and then he got taken on, almost got subbed. He almost got subbed by Jarno Aarons too, man. I mean, he was in a triangle choke. He got rocked in the second round by Jarno Aarons. Lucky for him, he was out there he was able to get some takedowns on Jarno Aarons. So the fight IQ is there, man, but he is kind of hittable. Gene Silva, you don't really want to get hit by Gene Silva. This guy's got some crazy power. This is a tough one, man. Jarno Aarons, like he was. I mean, if he just defended takedowns, I think he could have won the fight, to be honest. But Gomis was able to mix some takedowns when he got rocked. He got takedown in second round, got the takedown in third round. Was able to rack up some control time, land some kicks at distance. So this is a tough one, man. This is definitely a tough one. I just feel like Gene Silva is a more dangerous guy. In his contender series fight, he proved that he can definitely outpoint a guy like I wouldn't really say Lejos isn't really at the Gomis' level, to be honest. Gomis is still only 26 years old, so he's still really young, man. He's been looking pretty good out there. He's fought some tough guys out there, man. He fought guys like Pernassi, who fights in KSW. Saladin is actually a really good fighter, champion in KSW. And he fought Morgan Charrier. Obviously, was able to get a heel hook on him. So he's been fighting some. I think he's fought the much better guys. I mean, Tobias Harilla is honestly a good fighter in Cage Warriors. Yeah, this guy's actually pretty good, man. So it's a tough one, man, because Gene Silva, like, he throws a lot of like different flying knees, like spinning back elbows. This is a tough one, man. It's definitely a tough one. Fighting a guy like Weston Wilson, he went out there, got the job done. I told you guys to go bet the first round KO for Gene Silva. It was plus 100. It wasn't like crazy plus money, but it was still plus money. Weston Wilson doesn't really have much to offer on the feet. He's like very hittable. I'm gonna go Gomis. I think Gomis can pull it off, man. I was thinking about picking just Silva here, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't really say I'm not sold on Gene Silva. But I feel like Gomis can keep him at the end of his kicks. But Gene Silva, he'll load up sometimes, and he can definitely rock William Gomis. And Gomis, I don't think he's gonna get some takedowns here. This is a tough one. I don't really write my pick down for this one, but I'm gonna say Gomis, man. I think he can pull it off. I really think he can pull it off. But that Marshall fight wasn't really the best look there for him. I don't know, man. This is definitely a tough one. I'm gonna stay away from this one. Like, there's only like a couple of spots that I like on this card. And there's like one spot that I really like on this card overall. And if you guys remember, you guys already see my bet. I made that bet like a couple weeks back, like 2 weeks back, and for UFC 301. But yeah, I mean, this is a tough one, man. Gene Silva, William Gomis. Now Gene Silva has more power, obviously. Has good enough takedown defense, so I don't think he's gonna get taken down here. Man, this is a tough one. I'm still having a hard time deciding. Yeah, I'm gonna say Gomis. I think Gomis can pull it off on the scorecards, but he's gonna need to go out there, do enough. He's clearly gonna need to go out there, do enough out there. If he doesn't do enough, he gets rocked a couple of times, can get some takedowns, he could be in trouble here. But he's a pretty good striker, man. Throws a ton of volume. I'm gonna say Gomis on the scorecards. I guess up next we got Elves Brener taking a Myktybek Orolbai. Now this is a good matchup, man. I mean, I like Brener a lot. He went out there, cast the first round KO for us. I picked him by first round KO there. I didn't pick. I actually parlayed Guram Kutulage, and obviously Guram was on his way to winning that fight if he just didn't get tired in the third round. But Brener showed how tough he is, and he's gonna be in the fight till the bell rings. Got the win over Joe Barra to Huga, which some people think was a robbery, but it was a close enough fight. It could have gone either way. Orolbai is a problem, man. He hasn't had the chance to prove it in the UFC, like other than beating a guy like Urs Medic, which fight that he took on short notice. Also, that was at 170. Now he's moving down to 155, man. So Orolbai is a problem, man. This guy's definitely a problem, bro. Like, you better hope you knock this guy out. And I don't think Brener's gonna knock him out here. I gotta go Orolbai, man. I was trying to fade Orolbai. I faded him with the medic, but medic's takedown defense is pretty suspect. Now Brener can get taken down too. Grant was able to take him down, get some control on him, but couldn't really do much. Couldn't really get a submission off for ground and pound off. I think Orolbai is gonna get some takedowns here, and I'm gonna say Orolbai by decision. Now, can he go out to get a submission? Maybe. I'm gonna say he gets a decision, bro. It's gonna be tough to submit a guy like Brener. Brenner's pretty solid defensively. I'm gonna say Orolbai by decision. I think Orolbai is gonna get this done by decision. Orolbai coming in at I don't think he should be this heavily favored. Minus 230. The line is definitely crazy. I'll think about maybe I'll throw him in a parlay maybe, but maybe the over 1.5. I like the over 1.5 here. They open the total at 1.5. I think it goes over 1.5 either way. So I'm gonna go Orolbai by decision. I think it's gonna be a competitive fight, but I think it's the takedown that Orolbai is gonna get and some control time, land some ground and pound. His grappling is pretty solid, man. And like he got the face crank on Erceg. Erceg kind of just broke down mentally in that fight. Erceg is a dangerous striker. The Erceg was having success early with the striking, so he was catching with some knees up the middle, rocked him a couple of times. It wasn't really like Orolbai was out on his feet or getting almost finished or anything, but it was a good look for Medic. Medic looked good in the first 3 minutes, and Orolbai like stayed on him, got the takedowns, and got the submission. He's got some power on the feet also, but I don't think he's gonna be the better striker here. He can definitely hurt guys on the feet, but I'm gonna say Orolbai by decision. I think Orolbai gets it done by decision here. Not a bad. I don't know if like parlay piece. I mean, Brenner's like busted so many parlays in the past, so who knows. But I'm gonna go Orolbai by decision. Up next, we got Joanderson Brito taking on Jack Shore. Now this is the fight that I am confident in. If you guys remember, you guys already see my bet that I made last week. Pretty happy with that one. This is the only bet that I have on the card right now, and I'm feeling pretty good about this one, man. I watched some more tape on Jack Shore. I watched some more tape on Brito. Brito's a problem, man. This guy's a problem. I don't know how he's still not ranked in the top 15. He should be ranked in the top 15. Wasn't Jonathan Pierce was ranked in the top 15, right? At one point, and I don't know how Brito's not ranked in the top 15. Now people were saying that Brito, like Pierce was dominating him up until he got caught in the submission. No, he wasn't, bro. They were going tick for tack in the grappling in the first round. Pierce was landing some pitter patter ground and pound, and Brito was constantly working his way back up to his feet. Now, what I will say about Pierce was he was getting the takedowns in the second. He got the takedown right away in the second early, and he was throwing some ground and pound, was controlling him pretty easy. So Pierce is a good grappler though. Pierce is a good grappler, but Brito was able to catch him in the submission. We called inside distance plus 165. We played the money line plus 120. I think it was like plus 124 or something when I got it. I told you guys all to go bet Brito at. I told you guys how dangerous this dude is, man. He's gonna be dangerous throughout the whole fight. Let's go over his wins, man. Obviously, he's they're giving him some cans in there. Weston Wilson, he been out there, handled Justin Wilson like he's supposed to. Lucas Alexander, wouldn't really call Lucas Alexander a can, but he's not really a proven guy in the UFC. Andre Philly, I mean, he was underdog in that one too, and people really didn't know much about Brito. I knew about Brito back then because he in LFA. I watched him in LFA in the past, and this guy was the problem in LFA too. People really didn't know much about Brito then. They're like, oh, this guy Feely's way too experienced for him. He's gonna go out there, handle him accordingly. He's gonna go out there, beat him by decision. That's what people were saying. He's gonna work him. He's gonna make some takedowns, take him down, grind him out. Brito went out there, stirs him in the first. Like hit him with the jab and then hit him with the overhand right. That absolutely folded Philly, and Philly just ate some nasty ground and pound. So, and then he also like Diego Lopez. I mean, that he was dominating that fight up until he poked him in the eye or something, or kicked him in the cup. Then because the fight was in third round, they went to a technical decision. But he was dominating. Like he was clearly winning that fight on the feet. He was winning the fight with the takedowns, with the control. Lopez was looking for submissions off his back, but Brito was winning that fight clearly. Went out there, stars Mauricio, Chepe Mauricio. Now people really didn't know much about him before. I don't think people really know much about Mauricio in the past. Also, went out there, stars Chepe Mauricio. We know how tough Chepe is, man. Chepe is fucking tough, man. Chepe is a problem too. And it came out in his UFC debut, lost to Bill Algeo. Bill Algeo, I don't know, like I think that was the Brito's, like he just went all in on takedown, trying to take down Bill Algeo. Was having a hard time finding his range out there. So Algeo's a tricky dude to a tricky puzzle out there, and he had a hard time figuring him out, man. I think this is a smash spot for Brito, man. I think Brito goes out there, does whatever he wants. He can go out there, knock Jack Shore early. He can go out there, submit him later. Ricky Simon was able to knock him down and submit him. So if a guy like Ricky Simon can knock you down, find the kill shot, I mean, Brito's gonna definitely find the kill shot. They gave him a layup. Makwan Amirkhani, Mr. Finland. Now let's talk about Makwan Amirkhani. He's over there fighting in Octagon now. I've been fading him in Octagon too. He made his UFC debut in Octagon recently. I bet Machayev at plus 100 against him there because I knew Machayev is gonna be there for all 3 rounds, and that's all you really need to beat a guy like Mr. Finland. He gasses out after like the first 4 minutes. He's got like 4 minutes of cardio, and he was able to go out there win the first round against Jack Shore. Was landing some nice shots on Jack Shore early, rocked him a couple of times, and was taking him down. Yeah, that's not the best luck, man. You shouldn't be getting taken down by Makwan Amirkhani, who's a decent grappler to be fair, but come on, like you're supposed to be the way better fighter out there. Timur Valiev, nice win there. I mean, Timur Valiev was kind of overrated. I feel like Shaolinian. I haven't seen this guy fight in a long time. Hunter Adjur. We haven't seen Hunter Adjur in a long time also, but Hunter Adjur was actually not a bad opponent. Brito by first round KO, man. Brito's gonna knock him out early. I got a couple units on Brito. I got him early. I got him at minus 162 also, and I got him at minus 125. So Brito, I'm gonna play inside the distance also for Brito. I played him by inside the distance, and Jonathan Pierce, I played him by first round KO also, which obviously didn't cash. The inside the distance cash and the money line cash for me. That was a good spot there for Brito, man. But he was one of our best bets then, and I think the money line's gonna close in at like minus 200, minus 250, because people are still high on Jack Shore. He's like 17-1 overall. He's pretty good, man. 790 in Cage Warrior, 6-1 DC. So people are gonna look at the record and be like, oh, this guy's pretty good. He is actually pretty good. I just don't think he's dangerous enough in this fight. I think Brito's gonna knock him out here. Brito by first round knockout is gonna be my pick. And the money line is honestly not bad. That's one of my favorite money lines on this card. Minus 170 is not bad at all. I think that's a great money line play. You can put that in a parlay if you want. Up next, we got Dione Barbosa taking on Ernesta, Kareckaite. I like Kareckaite, man. She throws a ton of volume out there. Her grappling really hasn't been tested yet, so really don't know what her grappling's gonna look like. Cause Dione Barbosa actually can grapple, man. She's gonna be the way better jiu-jitsu practitioner in this fight. Just whether she can get the takedowns here, cause Ernesta is a big girl, man. She's a tall, long, rangy striker. Throws a ton of volume. She throws like crazy, like over 100 significant strikes in that Carly Judas fight. That was a nice grab. Both girls got signed off that fight because they know it was like that's one of the best women's MMA fights, not ever, but on Contender Series. So Dana signed both of them there. But these girls are pretty good, man. I think what's her name? Barbosa is actually pretty good. She lost a couple of fights to some like Nunes was able to. She was dominating the fight. She was taking down Joshua and Nunes early. She got rocked in the up against the fence by Joshua and Nunes. Nunes hits hard though. She's definitely got some sting on her punches. Obviously, Gina Bishop. She fights in PFL. Gina Bishop is actually a really nice, really good grappler. She's like 40 years old still. Gina Bishop is actually. I think people really don't know much about Gina Bishop, but she's actually pretty good. We cashed Gina Bishop in a parlay when she fought like earlier this month. I was live during that card, so make sure you guys tune into the PFL live streams. We always go live for PFL. We always make money. We've been making money in PFL. We've been absolutely killing it in PFL lately, and we've been like on a streak right now for PFL recently. So make sure you guys tune into the PFL. Watch the PFL breakdowns. We've been like 10-2 in picks for PFL last week. Also cast the lock of the week. A Braga moneyline minus 170. We casted 2 parlays. I gave out 2 parlays plus 140 parlay plus 186 parlay. Cast all the parlays in PFL. But Gina Bishop, I actually know about Gina Bishop, man. She's 7-1 undefeated. She's actually pretty. She's got nasty submission game. She's a good grappler. Has a win over Karine Silva. Like that win over Karine Silva was honestly aging pretty well for her year. I gotta go Barbosa, man. I think she's gonna get the takedowns here, and Is he gonna get a submission? I'm not sure about a submission. I'm gonna say it by decision, but Ernesta can definitely win this fight. There's no way I'll be betting Barbosa, but I think Barbosa can pull it off, man. This is gonna be the way better grappler here, and I think she's gonna get some takedowns here. We haven't really seen Ernesta off her back, and Curly Judas is not really like, I think she's not that good. Curly Judas, she had some hype coming in, but she's really not a good grappler. Like, she's more of a striker. She's trying to like land the big punches on you. I think Barbosa by decision. Maybe a submission is live, but I'm gonna say by decision. Barbosa by decision here. Let's check the money line. So Barbosa coming in at is the money line? We should have a money line for this one, right? Yeah, minus 210 for Barbosa. Holy shit! I think money line would be like minus 140 for Barbosa because of grappling upside. But she's clearly been fighting the better competition out there, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I Barbosa, but I don't know if I'll get there on the money line. 2-1 is kind of crazy, but I think it goes over. But we don't really know what kind of jiu-jitsu Ernesta has off her back. I like Ernesta though. She's a fun fighter to watch out there. Doesn't have a lot of power out there, but she definitely like throws a ton of volume. She's got like 3 split decisions in her last couple of fights. Her last 3 fights are all split decisions. So she can maybe win another split. Maybe play Ernesta by split. Maybe see how it lands Barbosa on the feet, and the takedowns won't really matter. But it's in Brazil, so I think the takedowns will matter. I think the judges are gonna go with the Barbosa by decision. Up next, we got Alessandro Costa taking on Kevin Borjas. Man, this is a great matchup, man. Kevin Borjas, I think people are kind of sleeping on him because he lost the fight to Joshua Van. I just watched the fight this morning, and that was a great matchup, man. A great matchup. Kevin Borjas knocked down Joshua Van early, had him rocked. Joshua Van is tough as they come, man. Had great recovery out there. Was able to recover right away. Keep the forward pressure on Kevin Borjas, non-stop forward pressure, and also like landed like over. He broke the significant body strike record out there. He threw like 53 body shots out there on Kevin Borjas. Borjas is tough, man. This guy's fucking tough. I'll say that much. This guy is so tough, man. He's got a chin on him. He fought the grappler Richter Diaz on a Contender Series. Was able to defend all the takedowns out there and was able to outstrike him easy. Had him rocked a couple of times. Yeah, man. Kevin Borjas has got some sting on him, and he's only 26 years old, man. And Costa is actually pretty good. Also, he took that Amir Albazi fight and got knocked out in the second by uppercut. It was the second. I think it was the second on when he got knocked out by an uppercut. But he's pretty good, man. Albazi is obviously a top 5 ranked flyweight right now, and he's obviously pretty good, man. But Albazi is kind of a grappler, so not really known for knocking people out. Steve Erceg was able to, he had some good moments in early. He was landing some nice leg kicks out there. Rocked Steve Erceg a couple of times, who's fighting for the title on this card. So knocked out Jimmy Flick, took him until the second on. Should have finished him early, but he was just taking his time there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go Borjas. I think Borjas can pull it off, man. I really think Borjas can pull it off. I think that Joshua Van fight, that kind of sold me on Kevin Borjas. Now, before watching that fight, I was like. Actually, I watched the fight live, but I couldn't really remember anything. But watching that fight back, man, this guy was throwing nice left hooks in the third round. I don't think Costa's gonna be throwing a lot of body shots out there. He doesn't have clean boxing like Joshua Van out there. He throws a lot of leg kicks, and he's like he'll like maybe mix in a takedown or something here. But I'm gonna go Borjas on the scorecards, man. Borjas by decision maybe. I think Borjas can pull it off here. Now Borjas coming in as underdog in this one. Kevin Borjas. Obviously they're fighting in Brazil, so he's gonna have to do enough on the scorecards to get this done. But Kevin Borjas plus 115, and the Costa minus 135. Give me Kevin Borjas. I think he can pull it off, man. Costa like he beat Jimmy Flick. Who's got really no striking like. He's more of a jiu-jitsu player, jiu-jitsu nerd. I don't think Borjas is gonna be easy to take down. Joshua Van was able to take him down with the when he wasn't really expecting it because he was landing a lot of body shots and had him hurt, had his hands up. Can Costa rock him and hurt him? I don't know, man. Borjas got a decent chin on him. I'm gonna say Borjas on the scorecards. I think he'd pull it off, man. Up next, we got Joaquim Silva taking on Drakkar Klose, man. Good matchup, man. This is a great matchup. Joaquim Silva obviously is coming off the win over Clay Guida. We played him live during the live stream. We got -130 on Joaquim Silva in the second round. It was a very close back and forth fight. Guida was able to get some takedowns on him, but he was able to land the clear, better, more powerful shots on the feet, and which is why the judges scored the fight for Silva. He's I know people obviously remember that moment where he rocked Armin Sarukin in the second round, had him rocked with the left hook. This dude's got some power, man. He's definitely got some power, and it took Sarukin until like the late third round to finish him. So this guy's dangerous, man. Took that fight in short notice against Sarukin. Looked pretty good out there. His stock definitely went high after that fight, but knocked out Justy Ronson, obviously flying knee. So this guy's dangerous, man. He's been knocked out a couple of times by Hack Prez, Ricky Glenn. I'm gonna go Drakkar Klose. I think Drakkar Klose is the better fighter, has better fight IQ, better grappling, has a grappling upside here. He got knocked out by Darius, who's a top 10 ranked opponent, so really no shame there. That's the only time that he's ever been knocked out. Also, has a winner Bobby Green. Also, this guy's like Drakkar Klose is actually pretty good, man. Winner Mark DeCasey, love to see it. I hate Mark DeCasey so much. Just watching Mark DeCasey fights takes some years off my life. Definitely 100%. I mean, his only loss recently was Benir Darius's last couple of fights. So he's 6-1 in his last 6 UFC fights. 8-2 in the UFC, man. I like Drakkar Klose here. I think he can knock him out later. I'm gonna say second on knockout for Drakkar Klose. I think Drakkar Klose is gonna be the better striker, more fundamentally striker, more fundamental striker out there. Better durability. I don't think durability is really questionable. And obviously got the slam TKO over Joe Selecki. We picked Drakkar Klose, so we bet Drakkar Klose there. And a lot of people were picking Joe Selecki there. I remember a lot of people were on Joe Selecki's side. A lot of people thought Joe Selecki was able to pull something off. But Selecki is the kind of jiu-jitsu nerd. He's not really known for striking. Yeah, I think Drakkar Klose gets it done. The odds for this fight, I don't really know, man. 2-1. I think it makes sense, so. But Joaquim Silva was dangerous to it, but I think this is I'm pretty confident Drakkar Klose here. Maybe I'll put him in a 2-team parlay or something like that. Let's check the money line. So Klose coming in at damn, I can't find it, but I should be able to find it. Okay, -190 for Drakkar Klose. Open up at -140. I would have loved to take the line at -145, -160 even. -190, I still like it. I think still get the job done. I'm probably gonna put him in a parlay eventually. And I'm gonna say second on KO for TKO for Drakkar Klose. He can definitely win by decision also, because Joaquim Silva is not a pussy. He's pretty tough, man. But I like Drakkar Klose by second. I think he's gonna find the close shot eventually. He's gonna rock him and then get him out of there. Up next, we got the main card now, guys. Make sure you guys do me a favor, hit the like down below for your boy, for the algorithm. And make sure you guys, if you guys want to support the channel, if you guys want to support what I do here, become members. Only $4.99 a month. You also see some bets that I make for UFC weeks and weeks ahead. And let's get into it, guys. We got Michel Pereira, an absolute heater at 185. And I wish he moved to 185 in the past. He probably could have been a champion right now, but he's on his way to being ranked soon. Taking on Ilir Peturia wasn't really having the best luck out there at a light heavyweight. Then he moved down to 185. Took on that guy that made his UFC debut from Octagon, Robert Brishik. And Robert Brishik looked pretty horrible out there, man. Peturia looked good on Peturia. He was able to stay light on his feet, outstrike Brishik, rock him a couple of times. But I think his speed and his durability seems better at 185. But this is Michel Pereira's fight. This is his fight all day, man. We picked I picked Michel Oleksiejczyk by submission there. If you guys played the submission, it was plus 650. I should have played it myself. I didn't get there, but I definitely had Michel Pereira in a money line parlay. But the Gambra money line plus 100, plus 103. I think it was a 2-team parlay there. But I picked him over Andre Petroski. Obviously, picked him over Punch and Abio. I picked him every time he's going out there. He's on the run right now. And I was one of the few people that picked him by submission over Oleksiejczyk. But I knew he was going to rock him on the feet, then maybe look for a submission. I'm gonna say Michel Pereira gets a knockout here, man. I see a knockout. I don't really see a submission. Pateria's like, when he gets rocked, man, he doesn't really have the best recovery. Like, Olejicic has actually some decent recovery. He'll like able to recover from when he gets rocked. I think Michel Pereira by first round KO. I think it's gonna be a first round KO for Pereira. I think it's a good parlay piece. Even Michel Pereira coming in at what's the money line? -400. I still like that money line parlay, man. I think that's still a solid parlay piece right there. Now Pateria, if he got Brishik out of there by KO, I would be like, okay, this guy's dangerous. But if you can't finish a guy like Brishik, who's making his used to debut, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna finish Michel Pereira. Michel Pereira by KO. I think first round KO for Michel Pereira. I like that a lot, man. I like even the -400 for I'm gonna play the inside distance and the KO for Michel Pereira. Maybe the under. I mean, we definitely got burnt on the under 1.5 in that. I didn't play the under 1.5 there, but I know people got burnt on the under 1.5 in that Brishik and the Pateria fight. The fight doesn't go distance, like -1400 or something crazy. And that fight went the distance somehow, which is crazy. You never expect that. But yeah, I'm gonna go Michel Pereira. I think Michel Pereira, even -400, is still a good parlay piece. Up next, we got Anthony Lionheart Smith, the best fighter, the best pound for pound fighter on paper. Would beat anyone any given day. Would beat Alex Pereira on paper any given day, and he would absolutely run through Alex Pereira any given day on paper. Anthony Lionheart Smith. I like Anthony Lionheart Smith, man. He's pretty good, but come on, like, he's getting up there in age, man. He's taking a ton of damage. He's got over like 50 fights at this point. Petrino, like, I really want to see Petrino go out there and get a finish over a guy like Tyson Pedro, but he's trying to play safe, trying to get that win there. Wasn't really taking a ton of risk out there. Pedro's got some power, so maybe he's worried about the power coming back early, and then he could have got him out of there. He was getting some takedowns on Tyson Pedro. This is going to be a striking matchup. Anthony Lionheart Smith's not going to wrestle. I mean, everyone that picked Lionheart Smith, they're all expecting him to go out there and wrestle. I mean, I've seen a lot of people picking him there too over Roundtree on YouTube. A lot of MMA cappers out there picked Smith there. I knew he was not really going to wrestle. That's why I picked Roundtree by KO, because you can't really expect Lionheart to be smart out there. He's got no brain cells left. If you're getting out techniqued by a guy like Johnny Walker, outstruck by Johnny Walker, getting dominated, and you're telling Johnny Walker, why is he attacking your family? I don't know, man. This guy's, I don't think his head's really in the game anymore. And the only reason he won the fight over Ryan Spann was because Ryan Spann pretty much gave that fight over. And I still think Ryan Spann won the fight, to be honest. He was landing more damaging shots out there. Yeah, man. I think Petrino wins this one. I think he gets a KO here. I think he gets a KO in Brazil. I think he's gonna go for a finish. Last time that he fought in Brazil over Modestas Bukauskas, he was able to get the second on KO. We call the second on KO there. Check left hook. I think Petrino by KO, man. Petrino. I actually like him as a parlay piece here. But no, it's definitely kind of chalky. I mean, definitely kind of chalky. Like, Smith's got so much experience at the UFC level, but he's definitely on his way out of the UFC, in my opinion. I think he's gonna lose a couple of more fights, and maybe they'll keep him around because he's friends. He's in the. I think he's friends with Dana White, and they like him because he takes short notice fights. Like he took that Roundtree fight in short notice, like a couple of days notice. Maybe they'll keep him around, but I think this is Petrino's fight to lose all day, man. Petrino should be able to get this done. Petrino coming in at -450. Definitely kind of wide, man. Definitely wide. I still think he wins though. I think he wins by KO. I don't think the submission is likely here. I think Smith's taking too much damage, man. He's been taking too much damage. He's been knocked out so many times now. He's been knocked out 4 times in UFC, which is not crazy, but he's been knocked out 10 times overall, which is a lot of knockouts, man. That's a lot of damage piling up. A lot of brain cells that have left your brain. Petrino by KO. I like Petrino by KO second. I think he's gonna find the left hook eventually and knock him out. I think Petrino is a good parlay piece here. Alright, guys, up next we got Paul Craig taking on Caio Borralho. It's a tricky fight, man. Caio Borralho should win this matchup. I'm gonna pick him to win this matchup, but Paul Craig is such a tricky dude, man. I still remember when he got the submission off on Magomed with like a second to go. That was absolutely crazy. Broke Jamal Hill's arm in his guard, so he's gonna grapple, man. You know that Braulio is gonna grapple here. Is he gonna strike with him? I think Braulio is actually the better, more technical striker here. Paul Craig can strike too, and he's obviously the bigger guy in this matchup. He's fighting at light heavyweight. He's been fighting some top contenders at light heavyweight. He's got some good wins over like former champion like Jamal Ho, has a win over Magomed, who's gonna be fighting for the belt soon against Pereira eventually. But man, I'm gonna pick Braulio because I think Paul Craig is just he can definitely pull something out, which is why I'm gonna stay away from Braulio. I don't think I'll be able to parlay Braulio here. Now I did parlay him when he fought Abus Magomedov, but I had him in a parlay with the two-team parlay with the Gabriel Bonfim, but Bonfim obviously had Braulio, Bonfim, Petrino, and it was who was that? I think it was Almeida. Yeah, it was a 14 parlay there. Yeah, just that card was a shit show. I lost so much money on that card. But yeah, man, let's get so Babus Magomedov had some good moments early. He was able to outstrike him in the first round. Gassed out later, obviously, like he always does. Michel won the first round over him, but eventually gassed out, got taken down, and got subbed. Mahmoud Muradov was a very competitive fight, but Braulio was just a better grappler there. Has a win over decent striker. Like his takedown defense is really suspect for Petrosian, but he's been going out there getting the job done each and every time, man. I'm gonna say Braulio gets it done by decision. I don't think it's gonna be a submission. I think Parker is gonna be running the clock off his back. He's gonna be looking for submissions off his back, and I don't think he's gonna be able to get a submission. I think Braulio by decision, but the only thing that scares me, because we know Braulio is gonna go out there grapple with this dude, and Paul Craig's guard is pretty fucking scary. That scares me. But I think Braulio is gonna be just a better striker. He's gonna have the better fight IQ. Not to mention that he's also younger, 5 years younger. I'm gonna say Braulio gets it done by decision. I really don't like this money line for a parlay. I think it's way too wide, man. Because if anyone's gonna pull off something crazy, it's definitely gonna be Paul Craig at plus 350. That's crazy, but I think Braulio gets it done. I'm pretty confident. I'm like medium to high confident Braulio here. Not enough confidence to go parlay him at minus 450. I think the line's way too wide. He's actually like not that big of a favor. Abus Magomedov, I think it's like minus 200 there. He wasn't like something. I was like minus 275 when I got him. Yeah, he should be like minus 250 here. Shouldn't be minus 450. It's just crazy. But yeah, Braulio by decision, but I don't really like the money line for a parlay here. Alright guys, cold main event time now. Let's freaking go, guys. Make sure you guys do me a favor, hit the like down below, drop your plus money parlays in the comments, and I'll give a shout out to anyone that catches those parlays in the comments that come through on this card. It should be at least plus money though. You can add as many legs as you want in the comments, but now let's get into it, guys. We got Jonathan Martinez taking on Jose Aldo. This is the last fight on Jose Aldo's contract in UFC, man. He's been talking about if he loses this fight, he's gonna go over and compete in boxing, and I think he's gonna have a ton of success out there in boxing. Now, as much as I want to pick Aldo here, and I don't think he lost any stock in that Merab Dvalishvili fight. Dvalishvili was just spamming takedowns over and over. Wasn't really doing anything other than holding him up against the fence. Wasn't really like doing much out there, man. Just not. Like I don't think he lost any stock in that matchup, man. He couldn't really get Merab off him, but Merab's pace and cardio is just unreal. Martinez has been looking pretty good out there, man. He's still only 30 years old, right in his prime right now, and I think he's gonna be one step ahead. Can Jose Aldo knock him out? I mean, obviously, because power is the last thing to leave. But Aldo's getting up there, man. 37 years old, coming back after he's coming back after a year and a half, which isn't something crazy. He's been competing in MMA for all his life. Excuse me. So Martinez, man, I actually picked Yanez over him, but Martinez looked pretty good out there, man. His fight IQ is unreal, and this is gonna be battle with the leg kicks, and I don't know who's gonna be winning this fight. I'm not confident on this one at all. I'm gonna take the younger guy, man. I think he's still hungry. Jose Aldo's been there, done it. He's done it all. I think Martinez is gonna pull it off, man. I think I'm gonna say Martinez by decision. I don't think he's finishing Jose Aldo. I just think Martinez is gonna be one step ahead. It just the chin is kind of suspect for Martinez. He's only been knocked out once, to be fair, but he got knocked out by Davy Grant, which is not the best look. But he's on a run right now, man. He's been out there training at I mean, isn't he been training at Factory X? I think he's been training at Factory X, right? I think he trains at the guys that are known for the leg kicks, not Factory X. I think it's I think it might be Factory X. I think he trains over there with Chris Gutierrez and those guys. And Jose Aldo was the one known for those leg kicks back in WEC days, back in the early UFC days. So can Jose Aldo out leg kick Martinez? Maybe, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Jose Aldo is really hungry anymore. Like, what's his aspirations? Does he want to get a title shot? Like, does he still have aspirations to be a champion again? I mean, this is the last fight on his contract, so you know he's gonna go out there to give it his all. I'm gonna think Martinez. I think Martinez pulled it off by decision. Alright, guys, main event time now. Let's freaking go, guys. We got Alessandro Pantoja taking on Steve Erceg. Give me Pantoja, man. I know people like Steve Erceg and people are picking Steve Erceg. I've seen a lot of people picking Steve Erceg. Can he go out there and get the job done? Maybe. Maybe he can defend some takedowns, throw more volume on the feet, and I don't think he's knocking up Pantoja. I know people are saying, oh, Erceg's going to knock him out in the first 2 rounds. It's not going to happen. Pantoja's chin is pretty fucking solid for a flyweight. His chin is pretty solid, man. He got dropped by Figueiredo, I remember. I think it was Figueiredo. Figgy's the only guy that dropped him, and he was able to recover right away. I just don't think Steve Erceg has crazy power like that, and we know how good Figgy is. I mean, former 125 champion, and on his way to getting a title shot at bantamweight now, so Figgy's actually pretty good. Pantoja's coming into this fight they both have full camp, but Pantoja's coming into this fight with the championship experience. He's been fighting in the UFC for a long time. 11-3 in the UFC overall. Never been finished in how many fights? 32 career fights in MMA. Never been finished. Never been subbed. Never been knocked out. Only been knocked out once by Figueiredo, and he was able to recover right away. Askar, they were like going back and forth in the grappling. Askar was able to edge him in the grappling just by a bit. Has 3 wins over Brener Moreno. Wins over Manol Cap. Went out there, walked on Alex Perez, took his back, subbed him, standing rear naked submission right there. Like, wins over Brandon Royval, dominated him. We had him in a parlay there. We had Cody Garbrandt, Paddy Pimblett, Shabka Rakhmonov, and Brandon. We had a Pantoja. It was like a plus 170, plus 135 parlay, 4-leg parlay. Might have been even more. I think it was like plus 2 something. I gave you guys 3 leg parlay, so it was the parlay that I gave you guys, but I added another leg, which is Cody No Love in there. But I like Pantoja, man. But it's just the age. He's getting up there in age, though. 34 years old now for flyweight. So just it's tough just staying dominant in flyweight. I mean, you never know when these guys are gonna lose their speed and lose that X factor. I just think the grappling is gonna be too much for Steve Erceg. Now Erceg's been looking pretty good out there. 3-0 in the UFC. Knocked out match. Now obviously we all knew that was coming. Snow's been knocked out like back to back so many times. His highlights been playing back and forth this week, and they're playing next week. I feel bad for Snow, man. He probably can't be on social. He's probably not on social media right now. He's probably deleted his Instagram and Twitter, because you know the UFC is gonna be playing Matheus Nicolau knocking out Steve Erceg. They're gonna be playing Steve Erceg knocking out Matt Snow. Like so, he's gonna be in highlights and a repeat non-stop for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, he's been knocked out 5 times. 5 times at DC level. That's how many times. Snow's been finished every time out there, man. And if you went out there knocked out Alessandro Costa or knocked out David Dvorak, I'd be like, okay. He actually was close to knocking out David Dvorak. He was like throwing some nice volume, almost close to finishing that fight, but couldn't really finish him. Dvorak was pretty tough, man. I'm gonna go Pantoja by submission. I mean, maybe submission, but I'm gonna say by decision, man. Like, hers is pretty tough. He's never been finished, right? He lost to I don't know how he ever lost to Dennis Bonder in amateurs. Like, that kind of still puzzles me. But yeah, I think he gets it done, man. I think Pantoja gets it done by decision, so that's gonna be my pick. Hopefully we see some finishes here, man. I'm picking a lot of decisions. I think there's gonna be a ton of decisions on this card. I'm picking Pantoja by decision, Jonathan Martinez by decision, Berhalli by decision, Petrino by KO, Michel Pereira by KO, Drakkar Klose by KO, Kevin Borjas by decision, Dione Barbosa by decision, Brito by KO, Myktybek Orolbai by decision, William Gomis by decision, Lucindo by submission, Mauricio Ruffy by KO, and Bonfim by like decision. So those are my picks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the full card breakdown for UFC 301. We're almost there. I'll be live for this card, so make sure you guys come hang out with me for this card. We're gonna be watching the full card. I'll be doing a fight companion for this full card, and so make sure you guys come hang out with me for the fight companion, guys. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. This video is already an hour long, so I gotta go upload this now. And I'm gonna give a shout out to all the members, man. All the members, I appreciate the support as always, guys. And become a member if you guys want to support the channel. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get some channel perks, you get some live stream perks, and you also get to see the bets that I'm placing for UFC. I post my slips in the members tab. So think about becoming a member. But I appreciate you guys anyways. Just watching this video, it means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy, guys. I'll be live tonight, so make sure you guys come hang out with me tonight. And later, guys.